Welcome everybody to another live streaming where I talk about random stuff, and this live streaming I was going to do it about drawing because I like to draw comics, but then I realized that hey, I have a website that I have to redesign and it's my personal website, so let's do it again. Let's do design. Let's use this live streaming experience to show you my design process, because one of the main feedback that I received from the design factory is that yes, it's great, it's all helpful and all this kind of stuff, but a lot of you has to show you how I actually design in real time, like not at speed up time. I always sped up the video. I always make like this speed painting time lapse stuff, but because I thought like designing is a pretty slow process, and I think um, viewing a design process in real time is really slow. It can be really boring. But then actually, like a lot of people ask me, they want to see the real time, the real design, not this speed process, because so they can actually grasp all the process and all the steps that you need to do to actually create a design. So we have a viewer, Philip Cook. Hello, Philip. Thank you for being here. I was about to go to sleep. Go to sleep. Don't stay here. It's pretty late also here, so I'm not gonna stay up too much. But anyway, I'm designing my new website, and if you follow the Design Factory tutorial, you will see that something has changed because I was recording the video about the design and was doing something, but I'm not sure. I have like some doubt, so I will try to explore it during this live session. While if I have audience, if I have someone that it's watching, and it looks like is watching, so we have like 3, 5 viewers. Hello, everyone. It's pretty late to do a live streaming, but hey, I wanted to do it anyway. So if you have any question, you can ask me a question while I'm designing. I will answer all your question. I will try to do that. So here I completed this section with all these cards, these small containers for the recently updated series, and I kind of like it. I like it. I don't know if I want to show more information, but it's really catchy. It's really easy to grasp, and I really like these icons that I use to specify the level of complexity of a tutorial. So because coffee and coding are basically related, it's a marriage. The more you have to code, the more coffee you need. These icons are perfect. So the more complicated is the tutorial, the more coffee mugs are gonna be there. And I like these tutorial. I like these settings. I don't know if do double row, like having 2 rows. Of course, different stuff. Maybe it's too much. Can be like too convoluted. One suggestion that I always want to give is to not give the user too many informations, like a cluttered website with too many accessing points and too many sections to click can be really hard to navigate and really hard to grasp. But a user should be pulled into small single pieces, shouldn't be pulled to click here, click there, and then you can click also in these other 20 locations. So it shouldn't be too devastating. The podcast doesn't have any cough. Yeah, it looks weird. I understand. Yeah, but the Nerd Continuity podcast is not a tutorial, so it doesn't have any level. But I see your point, and I understand. It looks out of balance. So all these sections have a level here, but this doesn't have anything here. So this card looks empty and looks incomplete, looks kind of a mistake. So it's a UX issue that we're removing an element and it looks, yeah, totally out of balance. So that's why I'm not sure about this section, but it's not the section that I'm more worried about. I will go back later when I have more clarity in my mind. Philip, I'm using Sketch to design, and this is the software I'm using here. Sketch version 3.7. Unfortunately, it's an only OS X application, but you can do pretty much everything with Illustrator or another vector-based program. The section that I'm totally confused and I really don't know what to do is the last published videos. So I'm trying to use a different type of grid, like a different column width. So here, if I use a 3-column width for this stuff, so we have 4 columns. Here, I'm using a 4 columns width for every single element, so we have 3 main columns. But still, I'm not sure. I don't really like what I'm doing. I don't really like what I'm going, especially because what is the point of this? So here we have these 3 blocks. So these are clickable videos, so people can, like, user can click and play the video inside here, but it's too small. Like, I'm doing tutorials with coding, so the text is gonna be like so small and not readable. So is this really useful, or should I make it this a fake video thumbnail where you click and you actually go to the YouTube page? But if I do that, I will push all the new users outside from the website, and I don't want to do that. I want users to use the content, see the content, but stay on my website so I can get more traffic, I can engage the user more, maybe they can subscribe to the forum, all this kind of good stuff. So I have to find a better solution. Maybe I could just simply remove this button here. So let's update a little bit this thing. So first of all, let me leave it like that. Let me import an image here that is the thumbnail. Oh my god, this is gigantic. This is the thumbnail that I was using here to do this live development session. So let's align it here, let's snap it here, and let's snap it here. Okay, make it like a blog. The user, so Mauricio is suggesting to make it like a blog, so the user click and goes to a page with the video to see. Yes, I agree, that's a really good idea, and that's what I was trying to go. It's basically is gonna be a thumbnail with a design that resembles YouTube, but without these top text here, this top text that is the actual YouTube title. So it's not gonna be the actual YouTube embedded, but it's gonna be thumbnail, a custom thumbnail with maybe the YouTube icon, the YouTube logo on top. And when a user clicks, it goes to a specific blog page. This method is really cool and I like it. The problem is, because I'm lazy, that means that I have to manually create every single blog. Every time I upload a video, I have to create a page on my website with the video in it. And it's okay, it's not too painful, but it's still a lot of work. Imagine, like, I have 134 videos uploaded on my channel, so I have to upload 134 blog posts, like blog pages. I think I will develop a plugin to automatically grab, with the YouTube API, automatically grab the YouTube video every time I upload one and create the page for me. I should be able to do that, because otherwise that would have been super painful. Or the other solution that I wanted to try was to make it more engaging. So, for example, let's hide this picture for now. If a user clicks for example, on this video, the middle video, this video will do exactly this stuff. And boom, go on top, extend and grows to achieve the same size of a YouTube video, and the bottom section, everything underneath there will blur and the website will get like kind of hidden. So let's try that effect a little bit. Let's move this video on top. Let's grab these. Yeah, Philip Cook asks, is there a way to integrate with a YouTube API? That's what I'm not sure. I don't know. That would be a great solution. But I don't know if the YouTube API allows that, but that would be a great solution. Anyway, let's try this solution. So let's grab this for a second. Let's put it on top and let's create a new rectangle here for the size of the entire page. Let's put it underneath. Let's remove the border. Let's zoom it. Let's actually head it there for the size of the artboard. Perfect. Let's make it completely black and let's hide it a little bit. So let's say that a user clicks on the video. What if these actual like fake modal window opens and goes kind of full screen or something full screen, and then you have some buttons, some custom options like watch this video on YouTube or go to the blog page if I manage to make those API dynamic. I could. There are a couple of WordPress plugins that automatically grabs your YouTube videos from the YouTube page if you just input the channel and they put everything inside and they create this beautiful layout in your WordPress without doing anything manually. It's all automatic. So I guess the YouTube API will work. So because I'm confused also by this section, I think I will leave it like that. So let's revert back. I will totally leave it like that because I'm not sure what I'm doing here. And that's a totally cool thing. Like when you're designing a website and you're not sure what you're doing, step back, just wait. Don't get frustrated and say, oh fuck, I have no idea what to do. It's okay, just go away, come back after a day. You don't have to do everything together. So it's totally fine to not rush and to not try to find a solution. Like sometimes your brain needs to rest and you don't need to look at the process while you're doing this thing. The other thing that I want to do here is actually aligning everything. I'm following a lot of a nice alignment grid. So I have every time in the top section, the title has 60 pixels of distance, and then the content has 50 pixels of distance between the title, underneath the title. So I want to maintain this ratio because it's really great. So 60, and then let's update this to 50 pixel. There you go. And then the button, it's always here. Let me check a different button. Yeah, I did this section here at 50 pixels as well. So let's do here, not 120, boom, 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 50 pixels. So yeah, I kind of like it. Let's grab the entire forum section, and I designed this forum super quickly. It's not really something well thought. Also, I copied a little bit, I stole, quote unquote, this design from Flarum. Flarum is a new software, is a new forum that is still in beta test, but the layout is pretty good. I like this alignment of having the user picture here and then title, and just like this is so clean. It's a clean interface. I really like it. You have all the most important information for a user to understand. So you have the title of the actual topic, the user that replied for last, and here you have the thumbnail of that specific user. You have the category, the group, or the forum, the thread where this topic is, and then you have thumbs up and total amount of comments if you want to do that. If you have multiple sections here, like for example PHP is inside the thread, so it's a sub-thread of development, I will show something like that. But it's not gonna be hard to edit bbPress to achieve this result. So it's a really clean, easy design. Here we're gonna have a small excerpt of the answer of the user. It's gonna be kind of tricky to style these with the BB code, or I think I'm gonna use the visual editor because I don't really like the BB code for a forum, but it's a pretty standard forum, just the latest section and then jump into the forum so a user can jump right into the forum. Now it's time to design the blog. That here I'm trying to follow these sort of rhythm. I have 4 columns, 3 columns, 1 column. I'm gonna go back to 3 columns and then another 1 column. So try to maintain this rhythm, this flow. Let's see how it goes. Mauricio has, do you usually have the design first and then think about the functionality? Not really. If you're both designer and developer, you're in a pretty good position to understand what can be done. Like if it's a functionality, if something is doable while you're doing design. That's why if you don't do design, if you're just a developer, you should talk with your designer pretty much every second. Let me drink a little bit of sore throat. So, ah, tea with honey. That's perfect. So what you should do, you should talk with your designer while they're designing something, because most of the time happens that they're designing something that technically is not possible or it's really challenging. So it's almost hard. It's almost impossible to achieve to code, and maybe there's a better design solution and that can go good, go well also with coding. uh, I'm kind of lucky because I'm mostly a developer. I started as a designer, but then I focused completely on development, so I know both, and I can distinguish. Like while I'm designing, I don't even have to think about the functionality or coding something. I My brain automatically knows if I'm designing something that doesn't really work. So that's I'm not a genius. I'm not a magician. It's just like doing this for 12 years now. Yeah, your brain gets used to that, and you think with the back of your mind without having active thinking. But anyway, let's start doing the blog updates. So let's push back this one here inside the section at 60 pixel, and let's use the same font size. So consistency, this is section title. So we like this, select and apply the same style of section title. We have blog updates at 60 pixels on top. That's perfect. Here we wanna go 50 pixel at the bottom. Oops, where this is going, 60, 50 pixels at the bottom. So we have also the button here. I did, let me copy this CTA and let me apply the CTA here. And let's remove this view blog. Let's align this to the center of the page, and let's edit view blog. Blog instead of view all. So I did a quick review about Sketch during the Nerd Continuity episode, and I was super stoked about the new functionality of the symbols, but now I'm starting to hate the symbols. The major thing that I hate is, like, for example, I have this button that is a symbol, and I have to edit because these two are different symbols, but I wanted to maintain the same one but just changing the size. So I thought, like, okay, I can just edit the size and resize this thing, but with the symbol you cannot resize anymore the symbol. You have to access the symbol, so you have to double click on the symbol, go inside the symbol, and what happens here? Where the fuck is my design? How do I know how to properly edit a symbol that I can, if I cannot see the design around it? And that's really annoying. Like, that means that I have to manually create the symbol in here and then convert it to the symbol. And if I want to change it, it's really annoying. That's something that they should totally fix. I should be able to access the editability of the symbol without going inside the symbol section. It's just, it drives me nuts. So still a good software, still an amazing software, but it's kind of painful. Anyway, let's keep going with the blog. The blog, they're gonna have pretty much the same grid. Actually, let me check if this is aligned to the grid. Yes, this is perfectly aligned. So it's time to grab the future images of my blog and paste it here. So let's do that. Let's access my blog here. Let's grab inspect element. Probably, yes, I'm inspecting the element of my blog and grabbing this image. If I, no, open link in new tab and move it here. Oops. Save it here. Save image as Future Ghost Lab. First one picture save. I'm gonna save 3 small pictures here. This is the second one. Put link in a new tab. Save image as featured PNG. And then the last one is the sunset featured. Probably not. Let's do the Monstroid review because it's different. Open link in a new tab. And as you can see, guys, this is a pretty, like, I'm designing right now, but it's a pretty long, tedious and boring process. It's not like super fast and super fancy like you see in a speed up video. It's pretty slow and it takes a lot. So let's access this section here. Let me extend this bar. Let's access the rectangle. Let's replace this with the ghost lot thing. So let's use it as a mask. And let's right click. Boom, boom. Rectangle 29, mask. Okay, I have to put it in a group and then use this as a mask. Okay, perfect. Now I can scale down this thing until it fits. And I can remove the picture here. So now I have my future image. Philip is going to sleep. I'll catch your recording tomorrow. Good night, Philip. Thanks for stopping by and have a sweet, sweet dream. So one thing, always try to use, when you design, always try to use components and reuse the same thing that you do once. So that's why in the previous videos, I was basically focusing on just the first tile, and then I copy pasted and I checked the 2 tiles together and I went back on the first tile, because if I know that all these tiles are identical, are gonna have the same layout, the same style, I don't have to do them all together at the same time or one by one. I have to focus just on the first one, and when I'm satisfied with the first one, I can duplicate it. So reuse. Always reuse. Try to be as lazy as possible. A good designer is a lazy designer that reuses the same element and speeds up his process. I don't think it's a good advice, but be lazy and try to reuse as many elements as possible. But anyway, this is the first section. So I'm not gonna, even if I have the picture, like I have these other feeder image for the next and the fourth, for the second and the third blog post, I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't wanna do too much work. I just like wanna focus on the first one and do it these other 2 later. So for now, I just hide this because I don't want to get confused or influenced by those wireframes. So just leave the first one and maintain the first one. Junyong 5821, hi, my great booty savior. How are you? I'm pretty good, man. How are you? Thank you. Now I'm a beauty savior. But anyway, let's copy a little bit of copy content from the blog, actually, because this is real blog content. So international giveaway. Let's replace these. Boom. Oopsie. Copy. No. It's not working. It's not working. It's so annoying. Okay, let me write it down. International giveaway. Win a free Ghost Lab license. Okay, done. My God. Freebird, I'm pretty good. How are you doing? There are people writing in the chat and it asks me, how are you? How am I? I'm I'm pretty good. How are you doing, guys? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking this video. I'm doing some design. Yes, I'm going to post this video in my channel, of course, if YouTube doesn't screw it up. Because YouTube sometimes, when I do a live session, it saves it and then it deletes the file. So, like, please keep it on, hopefully. If YouTube deletes it, I'm gonna re-record what I'm doing. I'm gonna re-upload it. So no worries. It's kind of late also here, so you can go to sleep, definitely. But anyway, here I want to use the same font size, the same style of not the section title, not the paragraph, maybe H3. Oh, H3 is gigantic. Are these? Oh, whoa, let's use H1. No, sorry. Section title, this is too much. Title. I could use the title. No. Let me do no text style. Okay, let me update this text size. So remove the shadow. First of all, let's make it black. Or actually, let's not go black. I never liked full black. I always go like 222, 222, 222. So 6 twos. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. I never go full black because I don't know, it's a personal taste thing. I don't really like full black, especially if I have other colors in the page. Full black doesn't really look good. But anyway, this 22 is too much. Let's go down to 18 and let's centerline this stuff. Okay, let's move these other things out of the way and let's make this white because we like it. And let's use the same shadow that I'm using somewhere else. So this, I'm using this 1 pixel, 2 pixel blur, and this is 35% of opacity. So let's use the same shadow for this container to keep it consistent. Shadow, it's 1 pixel, 2 pixel blur, and this is black 35. Boom, consistency of the shadow. Like it. A bunch of comments in the chat. Junyong 5821 is thanking me for my tutorials. He was able to develop his own website. I'm so happy. That's the focus. That's my main reason of like why I'm doing tutorials, to give you guys the ability and the freedom to develop websites without paying a stupid amount of money to access tutorials that should be totally free, especially for beginners. Be sharing all my friends who wish to develop their own website. Thank you so much for sharing my videos. I love it. But let's keep going. Let's keep developing. So what I want to do here, what I'm doing here, I want to give the user access to a blog, but I want to give them a small amount of information. So here I put the excerpt, but I'm not sure it's okay to have it because I don't want to give it too much information. I want to just give it a hint, and I want to give more emphasis to the actual future image. So let's go down here a lot more. Let's go down here of 20 pixel inside, or just 10 pixel. 10 pixel is enough space. Now it looks kind of cluttered, like 20 pixel. Yeah, looks... No. See, this is the design thing. Like, you have to try and visualize and go back and see the rhythm of the page, if it works or not. And it's a long and tedious process. It's not like a quippy, I know what to do and that's what I'm gonna do. Designing, it's really painful and it's really slow process. So maybe I could go 1870. Also, another advice, when you design, try to make something that is as scalable as possible, because now I'm doing this stuff. So now I have this container that wraps the title, and I'm going to sneeze in a bit, so I'm sorry in advance. But this container is wrapping the title, and this title, like this section kind of works. It's okay, it's fine. But if we have a title like this, for example, could happen, because especially if we are developing a theme for another user, it's not us. Like, we don't have control on this. We don't know how long this title could be. It's super painful. So always try to design something that is scalable if possible. So this section doesn't work. To solve this, we could simply just remove this box and put the title completely independent underneath. So it doesn't matter how long it's gonna be, because we don't have any container, any wrapper that blocks. But I really like this design. So my solution will be to add a limiter in coding, because I'm a developer, I know what to do. So if the title is too long, I'm gonna add the dot dot dot, and I'm gonna cap the title because it's too long. I don't like the title too long. So let's do that for now. Let's maintain a real life title. I decided I don't want the excerpt because it's too cluttered. Actually, let's try. Always, before deleting something, always try. So first, let's put this stuff here. Let's give it 10 pixels distance, so we have plenty of room to read. Let's give more of this stuff. Let's change these to Roboto's lab that I'm using. Let's use this, could be always 222, and actually, because I'm using this color a lot, let's save it in my color palette and in my document palette. So boom, and this is 6 pixel of size. So be careful when you're designing something. Never design constantly at this size. So this is great if you're doing like pixel perfection things, if you have like size and stuff, like you need to have the exact distance, but never do copy text editing while you're at this size. Always go a real life size. So here, this is the 100%, and this is not fucking readable. There's no chance someone is gonna be able to read this. So let's pump up this. Oh, not too much, not like this, but let's increase this a lot. And let's go 9 pixel. And let's remove the bold. I don't like the bold. Let's keep it regular. Kind of light is too much. I think I will leave it bold. Or I think I will do these to make it better. So now I have to do small edits so I can zoom it if I'm allowed to zoom it. So this is bold, it's fine. These, I don't want it bold, I want light. And I want this light as well. Come on, give me that. I want light as well. So I know that the bold, it's a link, and the not bold is not a link, it's just copy. So this is gonna be better, and let's increase these to 10 pixels. Good. And let's give it more space. 10 pixels, perfect. This we have 15 on top, but we have more, so it's gonna be 20 also here. That's kind of good, but not too much. Okay, I don't like this color. I want a lighter color because these informations are not absolutely important. So I can decrease this to go maybe 7, 8, 70s, like this. It looks clean, right? Do you like it, guys? It looks. You have the footer image that is catchy and it grabs your attention. You have the title, and you have the information that for the date and amount of comments and the category. Pretty good, I think so. Mauricio Vega says that's why I prefer developing. About doing like design super slow. Sure, yeah, I think so. I don't know. I like both. Joel just joined. Hello, Joel. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It's super late. It's almost time to go to sleep. Let me finish this section. So this looks kind of good. my original idea was to add also the excerpt, but probably this could be too much information, especially because in order to be readable, the excerpt should be something like this, or maybe something like do 14 and remove the line height. Okay, let's say that this is still kind of readable, but not too much. But let's try to include it inside this section. Oh, this looks awful. Don't like it. Looks like so material design. If I do something like that, this is total material design Google. Look at that. This is a Google card. This is not your original design anymore. Another suggestion while you're designing your website, make fun of yourself. Don't be afraid to criticize your work and have fun and says, oh, this looks like shit, or this looks like Google designed this, or this looks like another user designed this. Always criticize your idea and try to, I don't know, improve it. So I think I'm gonna definitely remove the excerpt because I don't like it. It's way cleaner like that. It's way easier to read and to understand what it is. So let me actually go down here and 2 pixels. So it's going up of 20 pixel. Tony, good morning, Tony. Good morning to you. It's here, it's super night, but it's good morning anyway. So I kind of like it, but I'm not sure, and you cannot judge this. You cannot say, okay, done, it's perfect, because now we are tricked to see this section for a long time. It's been like 20 minutes that we're seeing this cube. So our brain now it's used to seeing this, and our brain automatically accepted the thing that is here. So we're not looking at this stuff with a critic eyes anymore. We're just like accepted. Okay, it's done. So what we have to do, we have to reactivate these other two and use the same thing. Like let's duplicate it, but of course change the content. So let's duplicate 1, let's duplicate 2. Now they're aligned to the grid. I can delete these 2 old wireframes that I don't need. Here what I have to do, I have to replace the picture by clicking replace image, and let's select what I have on my desktop. Let's do the the terrible status of Linux software, and let's resize this a little bit to make it fit better. It's perfect. Okay, and now let's check the title of the blog post. It was, and let's see if it fits. So the terrible status of Linux softwares for designers. It fits, sweet. And here we have the first sort of red flag, because this title works way better than this title, and because we have this word softwares, that it's too long to stay in the first line, so it creates this sort of like center tight column, and it's kind of annoying. It's kind of like I would like to have more control, so we have to fix something. Tony agrees with me. The excerpt was too much, made the whole box too big. I agree. And Devin wrote, "It's happening." Okay. Hello, Devin. Thank you. Yes, it's happening now. Oh my God, the sickening! It's happening. No. Sorry, I need to drink. Anyway, so here we have this issue, but I think this issue can be solved because this is not exactly, see, this thing is not perfectly aligned. Okay, let's align this stuff to the center of this box. Okay, and now I can extend. This is 16 pixel. I want this 10 pixel, and I want this at 10 pixel. Too much? I think it's too tight. Yes, too tight. Okay, look at that here. Like here is way better because we have a lot of breathing room. Here is too attached to the border. Always leave white space. Our our brain gets like tricked when an element is too close to the edge, and when you have elements that are almost attached or like too tight gap, it's really annoying. So let's go back here to 15 pixel here. Yeah, 15 and 15. Okay, so everything is consistent, and let's do the same here, and let's see what happens. I think we will be forced to leave it like that. 16, 15. Oh, it was almost there. So 6, 15, 15, 15. Okay. What can we do? 18 pixel, we can go down to 17. It's gonna solve our problem. Yes, 17. Okay. Is it still readable for you? Because this 18 pixels is way more readable. Even if it's 1 pixel, is way more readable than 17. So yeah, I don't care. Let's go back to 18. And even if this is happening, it's fine. Because it's the web. So it's fluid. It's not static. It's not print. It's not something that you print on a magazine. It's not fixed. It's the web. So if we're not doing responsive design right now, so most likely this section will shrink a lot, and all this text or this alignment won't care anymore. So let's keep going. Let's see how this looks with this other featured image that is the Monstroid review. Have you ever tried Monstroid? I remember when I was doing those videos. Sorry, guys. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And this gonna mostly look like this, because automatically the CSS will align, or at least I will code it to align this vertically and horizontally at the center. Here, let's grab this Monstroid. Oh, this is a way longer title. Ugh, I'm scared. So Monstroid review and template, monster discount promo code. Oh, it fits. Ah, so lucky. Okay. Let's update also this content. Even if it looks like this sub content is not important, always update this content as well, because having real content, it will give you a better understanding what is gonna be your final design. If you have the same content, if you have the same text, and you have agreed with 10 different things with the same text, you won't have at all a real live visualization of what could be and what could happen to your design with different type of content. So yeah, that's what happens. So let's update this. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, I'm trying to do another giveaway. I would like to do another giveaway about Ghost Lab, because I think everyone should use it, because it's awesome. So hopefully I will be able to get another free license for you guys, because it's great. So March 1st, 2016. Okay, and now here we can align it to 50 pixels. And do we have our block section? I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Go back up here. How does it look? What's the rhythm of this thing? So we are respecting absolutely the grid. So we have full size, 4 columns, 3 columns, 1 columns but indented by 1 column, and then we have again 3 columns. Kind of look good. Like it's a good funnel. We have, like, what I'm trying to do in my homepage is giving the user multiple access point to subsidiary sections, like second sections or inner section, to kind of force the user, to force you guys to keep navigating my website, not going away. So I'm giving them the first access point that is in the header, and it's the sign up. So if you're stoked about my header, oh, this header looks so good, this header looks amazing, let's sign up directly, you have access here. Small introduction, bunch of recently updated section. I don't know if I want to do a rollover effect, like a cool rollover effect here. Probably I'm going to study these a bit in the next section. We have another access point here to access all the series. So you will have the full playlist list to see all the series. Another access point, if you're interested in just the videos, so you don't care about my website, you can check the videos that if you click, they're gonna open overlay, full screen, and you can watch it without leaving my website. That it's something that I really want. I want to steal you guys. Don't leave my website, please. Don't leave my website. Sorry. Or I can give you the access to YouTube channel, but I'm still not sure. Oh my god, I hate these symbols. I'm still not sure about this because this button will push users outside of the website, and that's not what I want. So probably I will need to create a section inside my website with all the lists, all the videos, like a sort of like YouTube page inside my website, so you can access all the videos within my website. That would be great for SEO and all kind of stuff. We have the access point for the forum with the recent 5 topics and another call to action to go inside the forum. And then we have the blog. So if you don't care all about this stuff and you want to access the blog, that if you notice, I don't publish many blog posts because I'm too busy. So the blog, it's good that it's at the bottom. So is the least interesting kind of important part. So it's good that it's the bottom, but if you're interested in this stuff, you can click and go inside the blog section and read everything. So this kind of good balance of accessing points, and there's no repetition in content. That's good. So it kind of has a good rhythm. Let's see a bunch of questions. So Devin asks, what will the menu on the recently updated do? You mean the button here, the view all? You turn up the gain on your mic. Oh, view. Sorry, I was too far away from my microphone. Probably you are not hearing properly. Are these here self-explanatory for a new user? Okay, Devin asked the 3 circles. These. Sorry, 3 circles? Oh, these things. Sorry. You're right. Yeah, this is a submenu that I want to create. I didn't start it, but I want the ability to share directly this playlist immediately. So here I want some quick options. So if you click here, it's gonna open a sub menu or like a drop down menu or something, like probably a slider is gonna come in, and you're gonna have some options. Like probably if you're a sign up user, I want to give you the option to save these as my favorite, or share these, or hide this. If you already saw this series and you saw it completely and you don't care anymore, like hide this. Or probably if you're signed up, I can activate like notify me if a new video has been updated, something like that. I was thinking to have this section, but if you notice here what I'm doing, I'm not doing any rollover effect, inner effect, interaction. So before I'm designing the entire first facing of the website, after I did these entire stuff, I'm gonna do all the interaction, so rollovers, subsection stuff, and at that point I'm gonna analyze really if I need these 3 dots, if I need this menu icon or menu link to access a quick settings or something. We'll see. That's interesting, and these probably will be more interesting on mobile, because on mobile you most likely won't access the section, you won't access the series, but you want to interact with the series in a different way. So maybe you're in bed scrolling your device and checking my website, and oh, there's a new section, let's tap and add it to my favorite, or let's share it on Twitter directly without accessing the section, because you don't need on mobile. So yeah, we'll see, we will explore that later. Mauricio asks, are the series self-explanatory for a new user? What do you mean? Self-explanatory. Oh, these? Okay, yes. Yes, I get it. So if a new user access directly here and sees WordPress 101 for beginner developer, what the hell does it mean? I hope so. That's a good question. That's good stuff. Thank you, Mauricio. You're making me question my decision to remove a description for the series. That's good. So yeah, that could be confusing, especially this nerd continuity podcast. This is kind of confusing for a new user that doesn't know what nerd continuity is. But one thing, first I could implement a rollover effect to maybe flip the card or create a sort of fading fade out and show a small description of what the series is, or create a pop-up or something to show the series, like excerpt description. Or I'm doing this on purpose because I want to make it more visual and having a good title. So in the title, you see WordPress, you see beginner and developer. So you see 22 videos. It's a beginner level. There's the WordPress logo. I'm intrigued. Let's click it. That could be the explanation. I still have to explore. This is a more UX, like user experience issue. For now, I'm doing mostly UI, so user. Sorry. I'm mostly doing design. I'm not doing user interaction. What I'm doing, I'm mostly doing like design, strictly design. So user interface. And not user experience. So we'll see. I'm gonna have a round of user experience, try to optimize stuff, but we'll see. Tony asks, if it's recently updated series, how about including the latest upload date to the series instead of the difficulty level? Ooh, that's a good thing. The latest uploaded for the series in the box. Oh, that's a good. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, fuck. Ah, yes. That's that thank you, Tony. That's a really good suggestion. I kind of hate you because now I want to do it. And I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. That is so good. Ah, damn it. That's a really good suggestion. So I will try just here to see how can I do it? Okay, let's do this like 2 days ago. Something like that. And instead of this icon, I can hide this or change these to icon fonts, grid systems, simple line icons. Let's a clock. Do we have a clock? Yes. Boom. Boom. Oh no, let's realign this stuff. Okay. Just leave the icon to represent the levels. But if I leave the icons, that could be... So Tony suggests to leave the icons to represent the difficulty level. But if I leave the icon, that could be misleading, because if I leave the icon, let me select these. If I leave the icon here and we have like for example, this is was updated a long ago, so instead of writing like 1 month ago, let's write the actual date. So for example, December 5 2015, something like that. So what does it mean for the user having 2 mugs and then the date? Yeah. Do you see the problem? Like that's confusing. So, or I could do 3 of them. So let's copy these. Let's go back. Beginner. And then let's access this. Where is the level? Pam. Boom. Time. And let's transition the time to the center. And now this icon is fucking annoying. Oh, what do you think without the icon? Too many things. Too cluttered. Too cluttered. So here we have good informations. We have the number of videos, the last time was updated a video, and then the level of complexity of these tutorials, but it's too cluttered, and then we could have an issue if this thing has like, oopsie, it's advanced. Look how fucking, so cluttered. So let's go back here, let's remove it. Let's move it here. 2 days ago. Got it. Look at that. Something like this, something like this. Oh, wait. Give me back my clock. Give me back my clock. Look at that. Do you guys see what's happening? I'm just trying. And I'm failing multiple times because I'm doing stuff that are not really good, but I'm trying. I'm trying to figure out the best solution here. So this is going here. It's going to 10, and I don't want bold, I want regular, and I want it here. And let's align this stuff, and this is the time. Let's put it underneath the WordPress. Let's align it here. Let's grab these two things and let's vertically center align them, and let's put it here. And now let's go back to 100%. Boom. Shit. It's not easy to read. We could right align. It's almost there. We're cracking the code. It's almost there. What do you think about this clock? Is it necessary, the clock? I don't think the clock. Maybe a calendar. Question time. I say stick with the date. Okay, yes. Let's try a calendar though. Sarai Joseph asked a question, a bit off topic. In having your design style, what do you think is excusable to share between projects, like fonts or scripts, or something simple like always centering menu items? I don't think I understand your question, Sarai. Sorry. Sarai, is it right? In having your design style, what do you think is excusable to share between projects? Like fonts or script or something simple like always centering menu down. Oh, like reusing the same style on multiple projects? If you mean reusing the same style in multiple projects, it's good as far as the projects don't look exactly the same, don't look like a copycat. You can have your own style. I have my style, so my design is kind of, I call it consistent. I don't call it like boring or repetitive, but always try to not always try to push yourself. Like you can have your own style, but push yourself to do something different every time and explore something more. Like if you see this design right now, and if you look at currently my website, they're totally different. And even if I respect my style because I respect the font family, I respect kind of the type of icons that I want to use, they're totally different. So it's always good to try to push your boundaries. Mauritius suggests to keep the date at the bottom here. So I will fix the NER continuity issue that doesn't have the level. And it's also a good suggestion. So what I could do, I could have the level. Oh, these three icons are making me going nuts. So let's first try to add calendar. Do we have a calendar? Yes. Don't really like this. I don't like the icon. It looks like a cheese grater. Like you're gonna use it to use cheese. So you know, I don't really want to put the day here because it doesn't feel important to me. Like for me, it's more important having the level instead of the date. And then the date I could potentially leave it here, like 2 days ago. But then how does it look here? Let's go up, 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 up. I'm running. Boom. Looks super weird. Because also changes location. That's complicated. Okay, that's something. Okay, when you're stuck with an idea like, okay, I think I should do that, but I'm not sure. I don't like what I'm doing, but I should really do it. It's time to stop. Yes, Devin, you're right. Your approach is right. So Devin is suggesting I think you'll have to make a decision on whether these are recurring series. So your approach is right because you're questioning this design decision from a content and user journey perspective. And this is great because you're putting yourself in like, okay, how this section is going to work. It's not just like how it looks, but how it's going to work. And that's the best thing to do when you have a design challenge. And unfortunately, I'm too tired to think about this right now because it's time to go to bed. But yes, it was a good live development. I'm sorry, it was a good live design section. I did the blog. I'm pretty happy about the status. The blog is simple, streamlined, it's clean. I have my feeder images. I have the title of my blog post. We can access blog. So let's align this stuff here. And let's grab this and cut it down. Okay, so we have our entire design here. And here, thanks to you guys, we have a new challenge to find a good solution. So probably I will try and move it around. And yes, as you can see, as I always said, speed video, like speed up videos, are misleading, especially also speed paintings video. If you ever do digital painting or you try to paint and you see the speed up videos and you see in 5 minutes an artist will like create something amazing from nothing, that's probably is like a 10-hour process, and it takes a lot. And it probably like multiple days he worked. It didn't work like 10 hours entirely. It worked like 2 hours, maybe pause 1 hour another day. So like looking at the video at fast speed, it's good because you can see the full process and you can see the flow of what happens, but you don't really have the real life experience. You don't really understand how hard it is to design and how slow and how meticulous you have to be to test and try. Every time you have an idea, you have to try. Don't be afraid to destroy your design. Always question your design and always let's try this or let's try that. And what happens if I do this? Always try to see and don't get frustrated. Nothing is perfect and always everything has room for improvement. So it takes time to do that, but let's enjoy it, the process. Let's read a bunch of comments and then we're gonna close it. Devin says you can only do so much on a certain topic, but maybe you want to keep it in that list. So if it's a recurring and recently updated, I will add a badge, not use on every section. Oh, that's interesting. That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Thank you. Mauricio says we're slowing you down with all the question. No, you're not slowing me down. I need these stops. Like I cannot design. I need to break and interact with someone. That's what I like. That's why I like doing development live stuff, because I can interact. It's finding the time to do live stuff. It's harder, but Tony says because the update date or indicator needs to be easily noticed, how about placing the 2 days ago above the post image? You mean outside? Here on Grish, here. Okay, this... Do you see what's happening here? It's destroying this because like I'm trying to maintain this with these cards. Like I have this menu that goes and I have this text that floats in the white, and then I have the card. I have another type of card, and I have this section that are containing sort of white cards, and then I have the blog inside the card. If I put it outside, I create an exception that it's only here and it's text outside of a card, and it's kind of it's completely like it looks out of place. It doesn't look aligned, so it's a good suggestion to remove it from the card. So it's I don't like it. It's more noticeable, definitely. It's more like obvious, but it looks it doesn't look good at all. It destroys a little bit the balance and the flow of these cards. They don't really like cards. House of Cards. No, it's good advertising. Thank you, Tony, anyway, for the suggestion. So, yeah, outside bigger. Inside the car then. Yes. Okay. Devin asks, what's your day job? I'm lead developer. I'm a full stack lead developer in a digital agency in Vancouver. So I work from 9 to 5 usually, or from 9 to infinite if the project needs it. And I'm in charge of the development environment, whatever that is. And we work and we do website and we have big clients and good stuff. So that's the thing. Let me switch to big face time. Tony says, this is why I love web design. You can easily play around and try to think like a visitor. That's true. That's the best thing about web design. Just move. That's why I hate print design, because print design, first you have so many rules, and then if you print something, you're done. Like you want to change anything, you're completely done. But anyway, it's time really. I have to walk my dog and go to sleep. So thank you so much, Guy, for participating into this live design session. I hope I was able to communicate something and teach you something also in here. And I hope you enjoyed looking at me messing around with my team and theme. I keep saying team. Damn it. Damn English. Messing around with my theme and doing really wrong stuff, but trying to make them look good. So thank you guys. You're awesome. Thank you so much for everything, and have a good day, good night, whatever part of the world you are, and happy designing. Peace. I don't know how to stop this thing. Okay, let's stop it.